We're losing! Teamwork, guys, more teamwork. They're burying us alive!
Oh, shit.
Jeez, Louie.
I mean, don't you want to beat those bastards? In my book, we're going to be winners.
What's the matter? You got nothing left inside, huh? Because you're training like a damn bum, you know that?
Screw them.
What are you doing? What are people doing?
Is this early access to?
Hey, let me tell you something, bro.
Get out there now and do the best you can.
All right, what's going on? Welcome to episode 169. Let's say that again, 169 of the Bad Fodder Figures podcast. I'm Captain Mike M, and that is Devious Mr. Matt. And
so 169. 169 is that like 69 plus, 1? A swingman or something? How does that work?
I don't know, but I'm aroused. No, Eric, tonight if you look up in the sky, Matt, it's not a bird, it's not a plane. It's the Glovebox Gaming jet flying home from various locales. He's been out in Vegas and California, warming himself up.
And he's flying charter plane,
Yeah, he's not on Frontier or Spirit or anything like that.
No, sir. He's got the champagne bottles. Okay, he's sitting back with his crown and sitting there on the plane enjoying his trip back. No worries in the world,
Sitting around sipping Crown.
That's right. That's what he's doing right now.
I'll have to ask him how the travels have been, particularly flying. The wife is threatening some sort of vacation in August, and I am leery of getting on a plane with everybody during, the variant here of COVID and everything like that. I know your family, your wife and son have to be worried about that soon. They're headed to Disney at some point in the coming weeks.
Yeah, August 7th or 9th or some shit like that. They fly out, and so it's. Things are kind of spiking again. I don't know. Things are
things are a little wild.
I don't know. Disney is getting ready to release their mask mandate and stuff like that, but they still have to wear a mask when they're flying down. I don't know.
The mask on the airplane makes sense, right? You're in confined conditions, and
it's close quarters here.
Yeah. Not up front when you fly in first class, Matt, when you can take your socks off and shoes off and kick back, If you're lucky,
I can do all that, but I still have to wear a mask.
You're lucky you might get a hot towel, too.
I don't know if I'll do that. I don't know if I'll get that anymore. I don't know if I'll get that. I don't know if they'll come around with a basket of goodies. Say, here, Mr. Helmer, choose what you want. No, don't just take one. Take as much as you want. So I don't know. I'm curious.
You know how you go down those YouTube or Facebook video rabbit holes? Somehow I landed on something yesterday where this English guy, his niche, his target audience is flying the worst flights. You seen this guy before?
Worst flights.
He went on Pakistani Airlines the other day, and they're barred from flying in Europe and in the U.S. and shit like that, right? So it's people out in the open smoking in the plane, the fucking the armrest is not fucking bolted on and shit like that. But he said, the food was good, the service was excellent. Some people were a little unruly on the flight in the beginning, not in the assigned seats and shit like that, and he goes, it was definitely a smell of cigarettes, just people smoking openly in the fucking flight. And, again, he's showing I want to, recline the chair. And all of a sudden, the armrest is this thing is just glued the fuck on.
Yeah. I read an article this morning on CNN talking about airlines and air fights and stuff like that. And apparently passengers have forgotten how to act in the air and stuff like that. There's been incidents in air travel has been up
Right, that's what I'm
the
saying.
past few months since, before the pandemic and all that stuff.
Right, and I've been reading that and seeing that, and you can relate to this. Christ, someone gives you a compliment on your car, and you're like, "Fucking, I didn't ask for a compliment. What the fuck's wrong with you?"
Exactly.
Right. So my tolerance is just a little like a rung below that. Like some stupid shit pops off in the plane. I want to grab someone in a fucking headlock, and I'm going to open the door, and we're both going to go out.
I hear you. It's just I don't understand what people. I don't know. Everyone's. I don't know, Mike. I
keep trying to say that like we don't need to go on a vacation, but I am met with, it's been too long. We must go on a vacation. So here we are. What's up, Bibbs?
So your wife wants
Welcome
to get out.
chat.
Hey,
Yes.
Bibbs.
Yes, the wife. She wants to see the world. We're not going to go anywhere overseas. I don't even think those restrictions have been lifted yet. Not that I'm
Yeah, I
up
don't
on
know.
it, but yeah.
You can come visit beautiful Ohio, beautiful Cincinnati. Take you on a tour.
We're talking about.
And it might not have fun.
Talking about New Mexico, Roswell.
Oh, yeah.
Santa Fe. Some reason they want to go to Truth and Consequences. I don't know.
What's that? I never. What's that?
That's a city.
Truth
That's the name of a town.
Really?
Yeah, how come no one else? My wife has never heard of it either, and I'm like, never heard of Truth or Consequences.
I never heard. Yeah, I never heard of this. It's out west, obviously.
I think that's where Cactus Jack was from. If you're up on your rustling, Mankind, McFoley, he had multiple personas in like the late 80s, early 90s, and one of his personas was Cactus Jack. And he was from Truth or Consequences, New Mexico.
Okay.
Yes.
Would this be your first time going out west?
No. I've in my band, shit was all over. First time in New Mexico that I might have driven. I don't know if I ever played a show in Albuquerque, but I've been to California many times.
Let me reframe the question.
Okay.
Would this be your first time out west sightseeing? And not,
No.
just go on.
3-4 years ago, we went to like the whole Grand Canyon Flagstaff thing. We did that with the family. We've been out to San Diego a bunch because that's where her family lives. Her brother and her father lived in San Diego for a while. So no, we've been out there. Did the whole Disney thing out there and Legoland thing out there.
I'm looking forward to Barb and I retiring and taking the RV and heading out west and spending months exploring the wild, wild west. I'll go everywhere out there. I don't care.
Yeah. What are you going to do? Do you have a deal with your work to keep paying your insurance when you retire? Like I know, like my dad, he worked for like the not the electric company. I guess it used to be Boston Edison, and then it was N-Star. But like when he retired, he retired at a retirement age. Like he didn't just like say like, okay, at 50 years old, I'm retiring. He might have got an early retirement like around 62 or something like that. But they paid, they paid for his insurance. So what happens with that with you if you want to retire early? Is that all taken care of by your work?
It not 100%, but yeah, majority of it is still taken care of. Where when I retire, I've got a nice benefit package after I retire as far as insurance goes, so forth, and that. My 401k is, knock on wood, everything's beautiful looking there. So
nice.
It's I don't want to say I don't have to worry, but there's I'll be better off when I retire. So I'm definitely looking forward to it. Getting rich, selling everything. Selling everything, dude.
You're not even 48 yet. What are you, 46, 47?
47, dude.
Start thinking about retirement now. What are you going to do? Like, you've already been retired for 30 years. Then what are you doing?
Enjoying life. I don't know. I don't know, Mike. I don't know, but I don't want to be some old dude just fucking sitting around, can't move and not do anything. I don't want to be our parents. Not I want to keep moving, keep doing shit, and I'm going to stay active. I'm going to have a part-time job, do something like that. But it's going to be one of those things. You know what? Fuck it. I'm taking off today, or fuck you. I quit. I'm done. I don't want to work for you anymore. I can't. I don't know.
Well, certainly talk about it a lot, so it's got to be on your mind. Fuck, I don't think I have.
I was on my mind.
Yeah, I don't mean.
Yeah.
I don't think it's. I think it's at least 15, 20 years away from me. So.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I've got plenty of years in me left at work.
Yeah.
But once the time comes up, it's like,
see you later.
Right.
Peace out.
Peace out, people.
Yeah.
I'll contribute. I'll consult if you need me to. But
yeah.
We're traveling. We're gone.
What scares me is we're getting the house down the Cape. I keep saying it like 10 to 15 years, like too early or too late, depending on how you look at it. But I was always thinking like, shit, we're going to get that house. Like, I expected her mother to live for like another 10 years, right? And then we'd hold on to it for another 4 or 5 years, and then we'd sell. And then by the time we would sell, like that would be like our retirement money or something like that, But fuck, we're getting it now. We're going to sell it in the fall. I imagine once it goes on the market, it will be sold in a week.
You don't no desire to rent it out, make it like an Airbnb, rent it out, that type of deal. Just kind of.
I mean, the prices down there are going up.
Sure. No, yeah.
So, but you get it now, and she's talking about redoing the kitchen at some point in a couple of years. I got 3 kids that got to go to school, so it's like shit, man. There was my fallback plan. If I, like Matt said, you know what, peace out. I'm done at 60 instead of 65. If you could sell the house, but now we're going to sell it now, and yeah, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. See what happens.
I understand.
How's July been, man? We have not spoken since June. I think the last show was like June something or other, 28th, 27th,
yeah,
something along those lines. Yeah.
So far, okay. Fucking baseball will not end, dude. Baseball will not fucking end. We're in county tournaments right now. We're in county tournaments right now, and we're in the losers bracket, but we keep winning. We keep winning. And weather, rain, and shit, and vacations and games keep getting canceled and changing stuff. We were supposed to play yesterday. Game got canceled because of rainstorms. 10 o'clock last night, sent text messages out. Games tomorrow at 1 o'clock, today, 1 o'clock. I said, no fucking way they're going to play at 1 o'clock today because more rain was coming through. Sure enough, 11 o'clock today, texts come out, games canceled. Like, no shit. We had told you that was going to happen. So now it's going to be Monday, Tuesday. Who knows? Who knows? Because all this upcoming week, all the remnants of the tropical storm and Hurricane Elsa is coming up, this way, and it's on and off every day, scattered rain showers and stuff like that. That's a whole other story. But besides that, July 4th was great.
Bob's walking around with whiplash. This has been a commitment since March. This is not this is not like something you just like a summer league that started like in June. You've been going at this baseball thing since March. I've had people in that amount of time. I've had new people start at my work and leave. And you're still going at it.
Exactly.
And you don't get paid.
Exactly. No.
Do they tell you this?
No.
Do they tell you this? Like if some like new person moved to the neighborhood, right? Because you're a wise old grizzly veteran. But if let's just say I set up shop in the neighborhood, right? And I wanted to get my sons into knot-hole baseball. Does anybody tell you like, hey, we're gonna start here sometime, like go into the batting cages in March, and you might not be done with baseball until end of July. Does anybody tell you that up front or no?
No one says that. No one tells you that when you sign up for this shit. No one tells you that it's a lifetime commitment. Okay, they do not tell you that.
Nope.
It's just like, all right, you signed in, you're boom, haha, we got you, sucker.
Not too much different than when I grew up, though. We didn't start in March because of fucking still snow around here, but once April kicked over. You'd start getting the calls from the coach. Hey, I'm your coach this year. This is, when we're having our first practice and all this bullshit. And, we were not whole. We were the official Little League. And so my mother was always sweating out. Like, well, if you make the All-Star, we didn't have no traveling. There was no, none of that bullshit. We just played, in town, South against West and shit like that. But then there was an All-Star team for the South, just like there was an all-star team for the West. And those were literally the all-star teams that would compete to go to Williamsburg and play in the Little League World Series. And, we were never good enough to get far, but if you were selected to be in the All-Stars, it would always bump up. It would come close, very close to the cutoff. We always took the last 2 weeks in July to go down to Cape Cod. My mother and grandparents always rented this place down there. Oh, you're going to be in the All-Stars. You got to make a decision. Stay home with your dad and play baseball or come down to the Cape. Yeah, she was going, hell or high water, she was going on the vacation.
As our team's going through that right now. I mean, it's in the middle of fucking July. And vacations and shit are starting to happen. It's the middle of goddamn summer. And baseball's going on. People are trying to say, well, we're going to do baseball. We're going to do vacation. I'm saying to myself, fuck that. If it was me, I'd be on fucking vacation. Fuck this goddamn not whole baseball bullshit. We're gone. I paid for a vacation, which is much more than not whole. So, yeah. But besides, I had a great July 4th. It was nice. Obviously around here, fireworks, people blowing fireworks off here and there and everything and stuff like that. Wasn't too bad. There was a couple of idiots that, 1, 2 in the morning would blow some shit off, but besides that, it was decent. What about you, Mike?
Well, we need to hear about the grill, man. We need, you got the propane, the smoker, the charcoal. I mean, what type of workout were you given these various systems on the 4th?
I was working it.
I was working your meat?
I was working my meat on the 4th, rubbing it, putting rub on it, pulling it. It was great. I did a rack of ribs. I smoked. I put some hot dogs and stuff on there just for some extra meat in that. Did my mac and cheese with the vomit cover up on it that you so much love. Did that.
It just doesn't look cooked. It just looks like it's sitting on there raw.
Mike, it was cooked. It was cooked, Mike. It was definitely cooked. It was. I mean, that was the picture when I put it on there.
Right. That's what I'm saying. It's like raw.
I should have took a picture when it was off. When it was nice brown on top, nice brown coating on the top.
I mean, every time I see that picture, I just have such a desire to get like a spoon and just mix all that shit together. You know what I mean? It just looks like someone just went. I'm like, no, mix that shit in. But you do want on the top for that crust, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And when I took it off, there's a nice browning crust on it and stuff like that. The ribs are nice and caramelized for that sauce. Oh,
now did you see this guy on Twitter this week that caused a big uproar about how he was saying, I've been telling you people for years how cooking outside is, not good for you. And, you've got all this, juices and droppings dropping down and into the flame. And, it's the safest place to cook is the kitchen, not your grill outside,
I know. I missed all of that.
Yeah, there was some guy with a blue check mark next to his name. I don't know who he was, but he caused quite the uproar this week. And I was like, well, Chew Your Beer needs to get a hold of this guy because, geez, Chew Your Beer shit outside looks fucking clean as fucking a whistle.
Yeah. Chew Your Beer knows what the fuck he's doing when he's out there cooking some shit, man. He's
no,
definitely.
I mean that guy's Twitter feed was basically about my grill. My grill looks like shit,
That's where you fucked up.
Well, I got the scraper. I scrape it off before I start. I let it get heat up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But I ain't out there like fucking taking the fucking, the, what do they call that? The grid or with the grill part, the the metal shit. I ain't taking out and hosing all that off every time. You know, I'm just fucking scraping shit off.
You know what I do when I'm done with like on July 4th or when I'm done, you know, you get the kind of the drippings on the grill part. I get the hot coals. I just kept rotating it around. Let it burn off and take my scraper, turn it, scrape it, turn it, scrape it. Clean grill, ready to go. Ready for the next time, dude. That's what I gotta do. Burn it off and scrape it with your grill brush. Nothing. Done. Easy.
If you can believe it, we're coming up on 3 years I've lived here on Tuesday. 3 years since
wow.
3 years since the move. And this is the fourth summer though. We moved in the summer of July 2018, and we got the grill shortly afterwards. And I'm already noticing the like where you put the propane tank with the little thing it sits in is like rusting out on me and shit. I'm very lazy with I'm very lazy with my grill cover, because you know what happens is when I'm out there and I am focused on the grill, it's too hot to put back on.
Yeah,
right?
no, right. You gotta let it cool down.
Yeah, and then I go let it cool down, and I go eat, and then I pass out from the food coma, and then I fucking like, oh shit. And so then the other day, you know, a couple weeks back, we were cleaning up the backyard. I was like, okay, well, fucking let's hose down the grill cover and put it on. Fucking nothing but fucking like the biggest larva from ants you've ever seen.
Oh no,
we're inside this fucking grill cover. So that promptly went in the dumpster.
I'm saying you threw that away, didn't you? You didn't do anything. You just threw it away.
You just picked that up and went boop right in the dumpster. So, the fourth, not too much happened here around the 4th. We've had some terrible weather. We've been stuck in a terrible weather pattern for the last 10 to 14 days.
Lots of rain. Lots of rain. You guys been getting.
Yeah, when we had Elsa the other day, that came through. But it was just pouring out a little while ago. I mean, it was raining so bad that I had a small window to cut the grass yesterday for the first time since the last podcast. Since the incident. So yeah, but tomorrow's a big day in the house. Tomorrow the hardwood floors are getting done. So
all right,
the dogs and my wife and the kids are all, with the exception of my oldest, are all down the Cape because we're getting the hardwood floors sanded and then finished. So they put the flooring in a couple weeks ago in the side where we're getting all the construction done, but now they got to match it all up and shit. So the new flooring got tied into my existing kitchen, so my kitchen and the new flooring got to get sanded down and redone. So hoping to wrap up this project here in the coming weeks.
So it should be soon here, right?
I mean, tomorrow will be the first day that I'll be able to be in my kitchen and see all the way down to the other end of my house now, because the tarp's coming down because they got to do all that sanding. You know what I mean? So
you're going to stand there and say, I feel so empty.
Hands on It's quite a thing, though. Think about it. Being like in your kitchen, just having that straight, path that you can see down, having it all open like that, the big windows.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
Make the place feel a whole lot bigger,
Yeah.
Yeah. It will. That'll be nice. That'd be real nice.
So what is Bib saying? Anybody else think Mike's voice is way louder than Matt's voice is way louder than Mike's? Sounds good on my end, but I can't tell what people got going on out there in the airwaves.
Yeah, unfortunately, everything sounds good to me, so I can't say anything.
Okay.
Sorry.
So what else? I know tonight's the draft for baseball, Matt. The Reds were picking. I mentioned this because the red is so vibrant on you tonight. It's
They're so hot right now. Reds are so fucking hot right now, dude. They are on fire. On fire. The Reds are on.
The Red Sox, not so much. I mean, they're still high in the standings, but they've lost 4 out of their last 5. But the Red Sox picked 4th tonight, and I think the Reds picked 17th. So we'll see what happens there. England lost today in a highly contested match against Italy.
The big
Euro
football
2020.
match. Yeah, mm-hmm. That's like the Super Bowl, right? For them,
I don't know.
Pretty much.
I don't know if that's an annual thing or every couple of years. I don't know. I don't know enough about it, but my Twitter feed was exploding with everybody on either side of the spectrum there. Go Italy, go England.
Ditto.
For me. I did not have a horse in the race. Not a big English football, soccer guy myself.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you. I mean, there's like the Premier League, and we've talked about it before in the podcast. You know, that you get that Super League still, right?
I think the Super League met with high protest, and they squashed that. So it's just a Premier League, and then they got their smaller leagues underneath that. But yeah.
Okay.
Anything else of note? It's hard to believe it's already July 11th. Crazy. I already was getting back to school ads. My kids haven't even been out of school for 2 weeks. And this is the third week that they've been off now, starting tomorrow. And already getting back to school ads, from like Microsoft and other places. It's like fucking slow down.
Well, 90% of the world has been on summer break now for, the past month. So.
When do your kids go back?
August, third week of August 17th, 18th, 19th, I don't know, somewhere around that. Somewhere in that third week of August.
Let me go September 1st.
Yeah. Yeah. Back to school sales are in huge swing right now here. So Best Buy's putting the ads out, Walmart, everything like that. So
I was seeing Microsoft was giving all their employees a $1,500 COVID bonus.
Wow.
Beyond what the government might have given them or whatever, but they're giving all their employees a $1,500 COVID bonus to
if they get the vaccine.
To do whatever they want with. I didn't read it. I don't think they have to prove that they did anything, but just, hey, we know times have been tough. Here's some, some money or whatever. Now, my work, the other day it was announced that we're getting they're doing summer Fridays or something like that. So you can take 3 Fridays off in July and August, and it doesn't count against your PTO, right?
Oh, wow.
And so everybody on my team was super excited. So I said to my boss, I was like, because, he's the director, I'm the manager. Like, we weren't given any notice for this, I'm waiting for the avalanche of requests to come in. He's like, yeah, sadly, this does not apply to non-exempt employees. So it applies to me and my boss. But he's like, everybody that we manage, he's like, the way you think about it is, those people get paid for their extra time they work. People like me and you, we don't get paid. We're here till 7 or 8 o'clock at night. We don't get paid for those extra hours. It's just part of being a salaried employee. So this is our way to sort of get paid back for those extra time that we've worked. I was like, yeah, this is going to go over. It's going to go over like a fucking screen door in a submarine. Let me tell you that.
Yep. Yep.
He's like, I don't even know why they invite us to that meeting. He's like, half the shit doesn't even pertain to us. I'm like, well, here we are.
Oh no. I told you August 2nd we got to be back to work, and they're giving us 1 day a week elective that we can work from home.
Yeah.
Okay. Still, but then on top of that, we can, if something comes up, we can work from home. So everyone's already talking like, well, fuck, Fridays. No one's going to be at work on Fridays, so everyone's going to be at home. So they're already trying to make like, wait a minute, maybe this isn't. Maybe everyone can't take off. Every Friday, every Monday, or something like that. Maybe you need to kind of spread this out or something. So we'll see what happens with that, but be curious to see how it works out.
Yeah, my me and some of my team are permanently remote employees now because they closed one of our offices. But a vast majority of our team, I'd have to say 80%, eventually have to go back to the hubs either in Florida or Arizona. So see what happens there. Matt, why don't you give out the voicemail number? We got a slew of voicemails we got to get through here.
Yeah, it is 508-659-BFFS 508 659-2337. That's the number you got to call to leave us a voicemail and to be heard on the goddamn show. That's the number right there.
So Matt, very much like you do with the terrible topics, I'm going to give you a choice here. We either play the total fucking shit-faced chase email voicemail last or first. What do you want to go?
Let's save the best for the last. Let's save the best for the last, sir.
All right. Well, Los called in twice, but not in the same week. He called in last week. We were off, and then he called in this week. So we got 2 from Los, and then we're going to hit up Chase.
Because Chase was fucked up Wednesday night.
I heard a little snippet of this, and I don't know what he's saying, but we'll get to that.
Handle your fucking alcohol, okay?
Oh,
Come on.
He handled it with one hand.
Fucking amateurs out there, dude. Amateurs.
Well, I'll tell you what. Next Wednesday night, you pick up the Dragon's Milk 11.5%.
You know what? I'm gonna go out and find me. All right. Challenge accepted. I'm gonna find me the guy. I'm gonna find it somewhere. If not that, I'll find something else that's 11%, and I guarantee I'll be much more stable than what he was. As I drink my fucking rum and coke.
All right. Los number 1 coming up.
Yo, what is up? This is Los calling in, saying hi. It's been a while. Hope everything's good. Hope you guys had a good Father's Day and all that good stuff. Sorry to hear that life is a little upside down for you, Mike. Particularly when you're on your zero turn, but I'm just, calling to what was it called? All the Microsoft reward points. So the way I do it is I go to the reward point page thing, and I take off the click here to activate or whatever. And then you could buy the game however you want to buy it. It doesn't matter how you buy it, as long as you buy it digitally with your account. Then it's yours. And then you go back to that same page, and it'll be ticked off that you purchased it. And then you could, get the 6,000 points or whatever it is. So the way I do it, I actually use Rakuten. I don't know if you know what that is. It's like a reward point kind of third party app that I use. It's an app, it's a site, all that stuff. So you sign up. You can sign up with my link. If you want to sign up, we'll both get some extra money. So if you do it through there, there's various sales when you buy stuff. So like Microsoft, if you buy something through the Microsoft store, you can get 3.5% back. So if you buy a game through that Rakuten, if you buy a game through there, through the Microsoft store, you could get back like an extra $2 in your account. So, I try and save wherever I could save. So, it's a good little thing. I've gotten back like, hundreds of dollars shopping through there for everything, for Legos, for games, for all that stuff. So, it's a good thing to keep in mind too. So, again, it doesn't matter where you buy as long as you buy it digitally on your account. So there you go. So hope you had a good day. Hope everything's good. Peace out. Catch you later.
All right, thank you, Los. What was the name of that app again? Rakuten?
Rakuten? I feel like I just sat through a timeshare presentation.
I think my wife. I think my wife has us on. I think she's gotten some money back. They send you a check or something like that. I'll have to look at it. I was doing the Microsoft rewards a few weeks ago when I was on the Xbox all the time. I finally dug into it, spent a little bit, and did the research and racked up a whole bunch of points. Slaterific left his voicemail, and now Los. So I'm very in tune and adept at Microsoft rewards. Now, while we're talking about money and rewards, Matt, before we get to Lois's next question, get back to work for a second. They have given us, due to the whole COVID thing, $1,100 expense to outfit your office space. Okay? It's weird, though. They doesn't include any furniture or chairs. Okay, but they will give you a smart TV. So here's do I spend $1,100 worth of stuff that I really don't need? There's nothing I really want or need right now, right? Or do I just submit the receipt for the new TV that I got back in May and have them refund me up to $1,100 for it? Matt's like, damn.
I don't know, man. I mean, so if you give them a receipt for the TV,
yeah.
So it's not like they're giving you $1,100. They're giving you up to $1,100 for.
Yeah,
expenses.
when you go to the expense page, it says my limit is $1,100. Will they give me $1,100? Like the TV was like 13 something, 13 or 14 something. Will they give me $1,100, or will they say?
Well, I mean, in theory, they should. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Or you could go out and buy another one.
Yeah, and then return
and
it.
Submit and and submit that. Say, all right, now you got two of them. You could be like Eric, have two of them some bitches hanging on the wall in the back there.
I have no more room on my desk. The 48-inch TV sits so beautifully here on my desk. I'm happier than a pig in shit every time I sit in front of it. It looks absolutely gorgeous. It does all the latest bells and whistles. But I tell you what, I'm talking to Lynn, always in negotiations, man. I'm always in negotiation. The 77-inch, I'm now after the 77-inch version of this television. Okay? So if I get the $1,100 back, I could put that towards the 77-inch version. So that's what I want to do.
It's a valid business expense.
Yeah. Matt has not mentioned Dragging to Sea of Thieves yet. We're playing your voicemails now, Los, and we are getting to what we've been playing in just a little bit. But I understand a little bit of what's going on. So, I am familiar with the rewards, Los, and I am spell out the name of the app in chat, please.
Yes, please.
I think I am familiar with it. I think I think my wife has us using something like that for some stuff. But while he's doing that, while Matt's looking up raccoons, we'll play Lo's voicemail too.
I need a new raccoon hat.
Yo, what is up? This is Los calling again, I guess. I called the other last week or whatever, and you didn't have a show. So I hope your 4th of July was awesome. Hope everything was good. Hope you had fun and did all the stuff that you do on the 4th of July. Calling now, taking a break from cleaning out a portion of the garage. It's long overdue. It's one of those things that I was just hoping that one day I was going to wake up and it was just going to be magically cleaned, and it hasn't happened yet. So I'm out here now, and I'm doing the thing and getting it done. So how do you guys keep your garage? Are you meticulous? Do you keep everything in order? Do you have shelves everywhere? And are you one of those people that when they have their garage open, I'm cursing them out as I drive by? That's basically what I'm asking. I don't. We have stuff in the garage in boxes that we've had in boxes since like we first moved in together some 15 years ago. Like they never came out of boxes. They're just still in there. So yeah, that's what my garage looks like. And I'm clearing it out because got ourselves a Blackstone griddle. So we're excited to be doing all sorts of stuff on it. I know Matt is a big fan of my charcoal grilling, especially starting the fire. So look forward to me posting some videos of me making like one of those onion volcanoes that you see in the hibachi restaurants. Yeah, I can't wait to do that. It's gonna be fun. So yeah, peace out. Hope everything is good and fine and dandy. And I'll catch you guys later. Have a good show.
All right, there. Thank you, Lois. Now, this is a great subject. I can tell Matt's interest is piqued. Matt's going to go into much more detail than I would. I have a 3-car garage, okay? And the way I keep it clean is I park 2 of my cars in 3 of the bays. So you really can't clutter up that shit because a fucking car is there, right? So that's one way I keep the goddamn thing clean. Now, the other bay is where I have my zero turn, my snowblower, and my recycling setup, because we don't have trash recycling pickup where I live. I have to go to the town dump. So I have a little station set up down there. I can break out my plastic. I can break out my paper. I am in a little bit of state of disarray right now because you don't understand when you have to empty out 2 rooms in your house for fucking sanding of floors. I got shit spread all out. I got some stuff in my kitchen is now in my dining room. I got a random TV and a desk sitting in my den, So I am looking forward to this project wrapping up so I can, get the garage back in a little bit of order because I have various 2x4s and outside, the siding from outside, the various pieces of scraps that they took off the house to put the new windows in. And then the new toilets in the garage and all that other sorts of paraphernalia from this fucking ongoing project. So I am looking forward to this being done so I can get back to having shit being clean and meticulous and looking fucking like there's some order in my house. Right now I got shit all strewn about due to these fucking floors. I need to get that off my chest. Go ahead, Matt.
Do you feel better? Do you feel better now?
Too.
Okay.
A cluttered house, cluttered mind.
I hear you. My garage is pretty much well organized. Barb parks her car in the one side. I only got a 2-car garage. Barb's got her car in the one side. My beer fridge and stuff there. By thing up the other side is my motorcycle. My shelving with all my shit on top of it and stuff like that. So my workbench is back in the corner of that. So it's, I couldn't get my truck in the garage if I tried probably, but my motorcycle is more important. But it's well organized. All the tools are up in its places where they should be and everything like that. I go in, I go look for a tool. I know where it's at. When I'm done, I put it back. Okay. That's a big thing for me. Organization in the garage here. Let's talk about his Blackstone griddle.
Well, wait.
Which is what
we gotta get to the boxes first. There's gotta be a rule of thumb. If you haven't opened the box in a year, what do you say, 15 years now? The box gotta go.
Oh yeah. Toss that shit.
You gotta go.
Yeah. I agree. I agree 100%. Yeah.
I mean,
if you haven't used it.
Yeah, unless you got family, and unless you got like fucking sealed copies of like Super Mario N64 in there that could be sold for like 1.85 million or something like that, then sure, Otherwise, if we're just talking about fucking old cardboard games or family heirlooms that you think are fucking worth something, but really just fucking junk, shit's got to go.
Yeah, I agree 100%. Yeah, I got.
Go ahead.
I got in trouble. It was probably a year or so ago. I was going through the garage, going through old bins and stuff like that, and old pictures from our honeymoon and stuff, and old vacations and shit were there.
You tossed them?
I wanted to.
Oh.
I was like, what are we going to do? Like, you still want these? Yeah, I still want them. Why wouldn't I? It's like, when's the last time you looked at them? Well, I don't know. It's been a while. Exactly. You don't fucking need this shit. This is just taking up space.
Say, hey,
let's get rid of it.
You scan them in, and then we'll get rid of the hard copies.
There you go. No, it didn't work out. My favor.
Yeah. Where's I going with that? I don't know where I was. Oh, we're having a massive yard sale down the Cape to get ready to sell the house. We cleaned out a lot of that shit out of the house already, so there's not much there. But there's still a whole fucking kitchen worth of shit that I don't want to bring home. So we're gonna like sell, various, china and plates and dishes and shit like that. And so I'm like, we have a pile in half of our basement on the other side of this wall. It's going to the yard sale pile. Anything that's, we think is worth some value, you can bring in as little as $5 or $10 is going in this pile. We're going to have a yard sale. Whatever doesn't sell goes to the dump. Go donate it to the free section at the dump down there. So by September is the deadline I've sort of set for myself. I need to get all this shit back in order. I need to empty out and get rid of all this crap. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I hate clutter. I hate junk just standing around. I mean, I just can't. I can't stand it. It's more shit when you go to dust and clean. You gotta clean that shit too.
Yeah, dustables. How much dust? How much dust should I expect tomorrow, Matt, when they sand these floors?
A lot. Well, I don't know. I mean, they should have the standards with the the vacuum thing on the back. And I mean, you'll have some, but not. It's not going to be like layers of dust, I don't think.
Okay.
It shouldn't be that bad. I mean, you got a professional company coming in, right? Sanding the floors.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, their machine should have a bag on the back that sucks all the dust up and everything. You'll get a little bit, but you won't get much.
Okay. All right, now go on to what you were excited about.
Lowe's Blackstone Griddle. Man, I want one of them. Those things are so versatile. There's so much you can do with those. Oh my gosh, I would love to have one of those right now. I'm excited to see his exploits on that thing. Since he hasn't mastered the charcoal and the charcoal grill, getting something like this is probably good for him because there's no flame that he can see, okay, that get freaked out about. So good for him. But I'm jealous. I'm looking forward to seeing what he has to show us on the Future Monkeys Discord food porn channel that he's going to be making. Yeah.
Okay. But there's something that sits right on the grill.
Yeah. Well, no. It's a grill itself. It's a flat top grill with propane burners underneath. So you go to like your old, a diner up the road. Okay. They got the flat top grill, so they put their bacon and eggs. And
I know
burgers and shit on.
McCall's got one of those. Brad's got one of those.
He does. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And you sit there and man, I tell you what, you get them well seasoned and you're cooking it. Oh my gosh. It's like having your own diner in your backyard. I want one. I really, really do. And I'm jealous of Lowe's having one. It's more safe for him, I think, because, there's no exposed flame. So, I think he'll be okay and safe. He won't burn anything down. He shouldn't burn anything down with this. But, I mean, oh my God. These things, Mike, they're, man, I would love to have one. I really would love to have one. Cook anything on pizzas, burgers, hot dogs.
Why wouldn't you get one?
Steaks.
Uncle Don gave you some money. Uncle Joe's giving you money. Why can't you get one?
I could, if I wasn't so tight. I got my Weber kettle. I got my Weber kettle that I bought that I can do so much stuff on. I've been making pizzas and shit on that thing, man. I put my cast iron on that the other day. Made smash burgers with it. Ooh, smash like. What?
I'm such a lazy eater. Throw fucking hot dogs and hamburgers. Yep, they're done. Boom, I'm eating, and I'm back down here doing shit. You guys are out there cooking for hours. Fucking see Beardy cooking all sorts of shit. Who's got this fucking time? Who's got this time?
Beardy is a cooking god,
I got to be back on this down here and doing other shit? Who's got this time to be fucking cooking all this food?
Mike, you can do all this while you're out cooking. You can do this
then
while
I
you're
be
cooking.
outside and all the bugs getting at me.
Oh my gosh!
A lot of bugs here in the woods,
You got spray. You got spray killer. Kill the bugs, man. That's what you got to do.
All right, Los, don't burn down the house. Clean that fucking garage, will you? You can't have clutter.
I can't wait to see Lowe's smash burgers. I can't wait to see you do smash burgers on it, buddy. That's what I want. Hey, Shofi.
What's going on, Chaffee? How's your vacation?
Shopping.
You've been away. The sweet looking car you posted the other day on Instagram.
Yeah, that was
Nice looking car.
sweet. Yeah, man.
Talking about clutter, we got to talk. What am I doing with all these consoles that I have accumulated behind me? The door behind there is just filled. You're going to walk in there, and it's just Tupperware tubs full of consoles. What am I doing with this shit? Am I keeping one of each and trading in the rest? If I was in the Seattle area, and this is not a free plug, but they have the Pink Gorilla stores in Seattle. There's like two or three locations. I would just bring in all my shit there. It's a reputable place. They seem like upstanding people. They go by, I'm not saying a code of ethics, but they go by some well-regarded industry standard trading in service, right? They're just not making up the prices like here's 5 games and going, I'll give you like $2. There's a trade system that they subscribe to that gives them the daily value of the game. You know what I mean? They're not coming up arbitrarily with the number, right?
Right.
Capiche? Understand what I'm saying? I'm looking for the yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, it's like an eBay type of thing. You kind of get the average of what people are wanting. I don't know. Like that. I
don't know what the service they subscribe to, but there's something that they go to. They plug it into the system, and the system tells them what the game's worth. They're just not plucking a number out of the sky.
Sure.
So yeah, I'm wondering, like, do I trade in a bunch of this stuff and just keep one of each? Even if I keep one of each, when the fuck am I ever booting up a PS3 or a 360, PS4s and Xbox Ones? When am I booting this shit up? I'm playing on the newest shit. I'm playing on the Xbox Series X and I'm playing on the PS5.
You don't think the kids would be interested in playing some old games or doing that old stuff?
I mean, my oldest is into PC gaming. My youngest might be into it. When we sell the house down the Cape, he's getting the TV down the Cape for his room, so he might be interested. My middle son is already on an Xbox, so
I don't know, Mike. I mean, you put some on display, just kind of as a display piece for decoration, I guess. Yeah,
but I've been eyeballing those fucking clear, the original Xbox cases, like the blue and the orange and the green and the clear one. I keep seeing people posting. I was like, want to get my hands on one, but what am I going to do?
You could probably sell them to Eric. Eric would probably buy them from you.
So he can put them on his walls. Yeah, they have those people that make them. If you go on Instagram, you go down those Instagram rabbit holes. They have people that make those things that you can put your console on the wall. Like a cable management type system, so you don't have all these wires and shit.
Oh wow!
I could put them on the wall for decoration, I guess. I suppose.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I mean, depends how you want to display them, put them up. I mean, if I had some, I could maybe put some here on the wall or something like that. Or, to be honest with you, I don't know if I would use them again.
Yeah, I mean, like,
it'd
you
be
leave
more
them
of a
out.
display thing.
Yeah, if I leave them out, they're displays. They become dustables. If I ever wanted to play them, would they work sitting out? Are they any better in these Tupperware tubs? Who knows? Joffrey says he's sitting on a PS4 and 2 Xbox Ones. I wish that's all I was sitting on. I'm sitting on a lot, sir. And
that shit's not vintage neither, though. I mean, that's still like new shit.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, I got to think it over. Maybe I got to do some research and find a reputable shop around here, like those, like the Pink Gorilla, and trade them in, trade some stuff in. I don't know. All right. Are we all ready for this? I know Chase is probably embarrassed, sir. I'm sorry. We're going to play this, but are you ready for this? Is everybody ready for this?
No, but
Hey guys, yeah, good game night and shit. I have a question for the podcast. That's what they say when they want to call. They say, I have a question for the podcast. I like these Pringles. They remind me of when I was little. They're pizza flavored, That's pretty cool. Well, the game night was good. I just like hanging out, because fucking work, man. You guys are good dudes.
Yeah, Matt, you're a good dude.
I tried.
Good.
Even with all
You're
that
good
Reds
people.
gear on.
Hey,
Just want to let you guys know. So, later.
All right. Well, that wasn't too bad. It was pretty cognizant after.
no, that wasn't bad. He was much better there than he was during game night.
Yeah. So we learned that the pizza Pringles are where it's at. We're good dudes, despite Matt wearing all that Reds gear.
Hey, this is.
It looks high
is
quality.
legit.
Fucking looks like good thread count going on over there.
This is an official Reds hat. I paid $40 for this hat.
Where are we on with the latest with the tattoos over there? 'Cause you were talking about your son getting one, and maybe you were going to possibly kick the can on a Reds tattoo. Where's the latest with all this ink?
Well, the son put his on hold
Yeah.
because I don't know why, but he put his on hold. But I still want a Reds C on my calf. So, maybe that's where my Joe Bucks will go to. Is for that.
No.
Yeah.
No Joe Bucks here.
I mean, I'm going to start getting more Joe Bucks every 15th of the month here, starting in a couple of days.
Not me. All right, let's get into what we've been playing. This will feed into his voicemail that he just left. Los wants to hear about your Sea of Thieves exploits. So why don't you take it away, Matt? Tell us what you've been playing.
Well, let's start off with that. Sea of Thieves. God, I can't remember the night. Los, please help me. I want to say it was Tuesday this past week, maybe Monday night. I don't know. I got on my Xbox, and it's like as soon as I logged on, that message from Los said, "Hey." Reply back, "Hey, how's it going?" He replies back, "You want to play Sea of Thieves?" Sure, what the hell? So I send me an invite. That next thing I know, I'm in the middle of this, trying to find 8 people to do this Glitterbeard end of quest thing. I was like, oh shit, what the hell did I just get into? And it was about, I guess around 9 o'clock or so. So, about that time.
So the slippers were just going, the oven was just getting warmed up to put the slippers in later.
The oven was getting pre-warmed. The oven was getting pre-warmed for the slippers and my jammies. Okay. And so we're, going along that, and we're trying to find 8 people to do this stuff and that. Bunch of people coming in and all that stuff. And and you know me, Mike, when I get to more people that I don't know, I clam up. And I don't say too much because I don't want to.
Because you've been burned in the past.
Exactly. I've been burned in the past. But bunch of nice guys coming on that. And so they've helped me go around. We had to go do this questing and stuff like that. And the whole thing of it was, Mike, you had to have 8 people, okay, on this island at the same time in certain spots around a tree that had all these bottles hanging from it from strings and stuff like that. And at 10 o'clock exactly, or thereabouts, everyone had to start playing a tune on a certain instrument. And you had to have a certain instrument on a certain spot.
A sea shanty?
A sea shanty, but it was the be calm. It was the calm shanty.
Okay.
Okay. Very nice, slow, easygoing tune. And so here's the thing. Before we got to that point, it was storming. It was storming. Lightning. Everyone kept getting struck by lightning and dying. It had to be revived. Everyone's eating their bananas and coconuts and shit, all that stuff like that. Yeah. And finally the storm's rolling out. And we finally get to the point, all right, everyone's in place. Everyone's got their, instruments they're supposed to be playing. And the time starts coming up. So start playing the thing. And all of a sudden, it was really cool. The bottles on the tree start to light up. Okay. And the more you play, the longer you're there, the more bottles lit up. Except for I think 2 bottles didn't light up. And we're all saying okay, what the fuck are we doing wrong? What the fuck are we doing wrong? And at this point, it was I don't know, around 11 o'clock or something like that. And we ended up failing, okay? Because you had to get all the bottles lit up. We ended up failing it. And I was like, guys, I'm sorry, man, but I got to go. It's 11 o'clock. And it's my bedtime. The slippers are coming out of the oven and stuff like that. And everyone's like, well, it's just going to be another 24 hours till 10 o'clock. We'll do it again, which will be another, I don't know, half hour, 45 minutes, in game time. I was like, fuck, I got to go. I can't stay around for this. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I got to go. And I laughed, and I saw on Discord that they did it, and they got it done. There was a final piece of the puzzle, and got them into what they had to do to get the Glitterbeard quest done and all that stuff. And I was so close. Yeah, I was so close. And I had no idea what's going on. I didn't know if, when we did this, if there was, another hour or two of adventure that we would have to do. But apparently this was the last thing. You did this, made it work, and you got it. But I'm sorry. Yeah, I messaged Los. I was like, dude, I'm sorry. It's my bedtime. I got to go.
But you really don't get up early to do anything, though, right? That's your body is just trained for so many years of getting up early. And it's like you're actually getting up early and doing anything.
That is correct.
Especially when you're working from home. Kids are out of school. You're not taking anybody to the bus stop. You're not making them any lunches. You don't have any pets that need to go out. Your body at this point in your life is just conditioned to get up at
it's just done.
Stupid ass hour.
Yeah, exactly. It's just done. And at that point in time, it's like, fuck, man, I'm ready for bed. I gotta go. I'm done.
What time are you usually up?
Oh, it'll be coming up here again here soon. 5:30, 5:15, 5:30. I'll be coming up here soon again. Yeah, right now I'm getting up at about 6:15.
And you don't have to log on to work until 8:30.
Yeah, 7:30. Yeah, but I'm getting up and just waking up, doing shit, whatever. Yeah, it sucked. I felt really bad. I felt because they well,
it sounds like maybe you were fucking shit up that you left, and then they were able to play the tune right, and then they got Glitterbeard.
Well, it very well could be. And I warned them. We were at one point, we was on the ship. We was going along, and I was trying to. I was like, "Hey guys, realize now I suck at fucking playing games. Okay, so just keep that in mind." And Los was like, "Oh, you'll be fine. You'll be fine." I was like, guys, I suck at gaming and doing shit. So just remember that. But the time I was there, it was fun. Unfortunately, I didn't get to do it. Unfortunately, I had to make them go out and find more random people and stuff like that. But
all right.
Anyway.
Well, at least you're on this. At least you sailed the seas a little bit. What else you been playing?
Yeah. And it's a beautiful game. I tell you what, that game is awesome. That game is awesome.
I want to dive in and play the Jack Sparrow shit.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. Besides that, Horizon, or Forza Horizon.
Forza Horizon.
Yes.
That's tough. It's like Sally sells seashells down by the seashore. Forza Horizon 4.
I'm not saying it again. It's actually been kind of a lot of fun going through it because there's collectibles and stuff to do in that. So I've been going through doing all that type of stuff. And I'm at a dilemma. Okay. I'm at 530 out of 531 roads driven on. I don't know where that last fucking road is to drive me to get to 531 out of 531. I have no fucking idea where it is or how to figure that out. Because I've done everything. When you ride on a road, it highlights and it glows and shit like that. Okay, when you look at the map, everything's done. So there's a little piece of road somewhere that I gotta drive on to get 531 out of 531. I'm at 530 out of 531. So that's bugging me. Okay, that keeps me up at night.
Mm-hmm. What's the objective of that game? That's like races if I can remember correctly, there's like races that you're supposed to do. Like an English woman is like some sort of like giver of quest, right? Like
Yeah. There's races that come up. You do so much of a race, and more will come up, and it tells you, hey, now you've done this, and you've reached this rank. You can go, and these are the races that will put up, do stuff like that. And collect cars, obviously, to collect all the cars and stuff like that, and rank up the cars and everything. So, collectibles, drive around, ride, do stuff like that.
Did you play any of the Lego shit?
I have not. No, that's some DLC stuff, and I haven't bought any of the DLC for that. So the Lego, and there's like something called Fortune Island, which is extra DLC, and I haven't done it. I haven't bought that. So I don't know if I will or not, because 5's going to be coming out later this year. So I mean, I'll just wait till that comes out.
You're gonna be a Forza head now.
I don't know. We'll see.
You got to prove that worth of Game Pass.
That's true. Hey, Game Pass, buddy, works out for me so far. You know,
look at Sea of Thieves and Forza, both Game Pass, and this next game you're going to talk about is Game Pass too.
That's right. Red Dead Redemption.
All right.
Great. Going through that again. Having a lot of fun with that again. Just going through, doing shenanigans and so forth, going through the missions and that. Playing a little bit differently this time around than I did the first time. Maybe not so much evil, but a little bit more evil than I did before. Not giving a shit if I'm not careful as far as killing people or shooting people, stuff like that. Just whatever happens, kind of happens this playthrough. Looks great, plays great, real smooth on Series X. Looks great on Series X. Some of the scenery and stuff. I put something on Twitter yesterday. Scenery there, sitting on a big mountainside. You can see all the scenery and stuff like that. Not many glitches. The game is a lot different than the first time I played it, where as far as your stamina core and stuff like that, when it goes down, it starts, hurting you more than it did before. So, it's great. It's a lot of fun playing that. Forza has been great.
I'm thinking of playing Red Dead come the fall. That's a fall game for me, not a summer game. That's a fall game.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think you're right. Games like that are definitely more for the cooler winter weather, where you got more time to play them.
Yeah. And
what about you, Mike?
Well, we skipped over Dark Alliance. Chase, another game.
Dark Alliance. Yeah, Drunken Knight. Dark Alliance, playing with them. That was fun. We had a little issue. We had some issues all getting together, starting to play, getting to the party and stuff like that. But once we were in, things were smooth. The game went great. A lot of fun. A great little hack and slash game to play, get loot stuff through. I really enjoyed it. We went through three missions, 3 levels. Yeah.
It's an interesting the way they do the difficulty, because hey, we put in a hard work day. We don't want to die over and over again. But the level we're on, just a basic adventure level, which is level 1, is somewhat easy. But going to the very next level, Chase and I found out, a couple weeks ago, that is not easy. So there's like 6 or 7, or maybe it's 5 levels of difficulty. The going from 1 to 2 is a pretty big spike. So
yeah.
After working 9-10 hours, I don't also want to be dying fucking over and over again. So we were playing on adventure. Yeah, they do some interesting stuff in that game with the mechanics, various powers that you have. That you don't get the loot. I'm trying to think. Other games, most other games let you, if you pick up loot, you can equip them you got to wait to the end. Most games?
No, most games you get the loot and you can equip it right away. This game makes you wait until the end of end of your quest or mission, whatever it is.
Yeah, you got to go to the loot chest and get all your shit.
Yeah,
it adds some excitement to see, see the worth and everything like that. And maybe they do that so people don't bail because there's matchmaking. Like, hey, I was looking for this type of item, and now I'm gonna just fucking screw off. Now, maybe you can still do that, and you get your loot at the end, like so you don't lose it. So let's say you were playing with your buddy, and your internet went down. Like, you shouldn't be penalized for that. So I imagine there has to be a system where even if you purposely bailed, you still go back and get whatever loot you earned by going to the main hub and going to the chest.
That'd be interesting to try one night for us to experiment with and see what happens. It's a fun game. It's something different. Okay, it's a fun game. And I agree. I don't want to, and I said it Wednesday night, like, because Chase was talking about putting on harder difficulty and he's trying to explain all this stuff. I was like, fine, I just put out there. I was like, dude, if you make it hard, I'm not going to fucking play. I don't want to fucking play on hard. No. I want to have fun. I want to enjoy myself.
Yeah, the issue is that they're hard is really like shouldn't be that hard. I'm saying they need to do some fine tuning of the difficulty, right?
Yeah, I mean, sure.
So, but yeah, it's a good game, a gorgeous looking game. A lot of effort's been put into it. I'm curious to see the updates that come out. It's got some little rough around the edges here and there, but hey, not paying for it really. It's a nice looking game. I feel like some of the movements my character does, I don't have complete control over. I feel like once I press the button, my guy does like a bunch of different fucking things, and I'm like, I can't really like focus him towards a guy that I want to hit, even though I'm like holding the directional angle at the guy that I'm trying to target. And I feel like my guy just like flaps around and does a whole bunch of shit, and sometimes he gets like so spastic he falls off the map. Like, what the fuck's going on here?
And it seems sometimes, they've got different combos that you have to do a special move or something like that. And they're so, I don't know if that's right, but they're so fine.
Yeah, the directions say you got to do a tap. Yeah, tap versus hold. Yep.
Yeah, I'm doing that to make my guy roll and hit his axe and shit like that. It's just like, it's very, it's a very fine button combination to make it happen, it seems like.
Yeah. I would agree with that. That's part of playing those types of games on a controller, right? They got to sort of mimic the keystrokes. Chaffee says, anyone in here play GTA Online thinking of dipping a toe? We haven't played GTA Online until that server one time with Lucky Phantasm, Jeremy, and the role-playing server.
That went to hell. Went to hell very quick after we found out how to,
because I play with friends.
After we found out how to spawn just random vehicles, and we just the last hour we just spawning helicopters in the middle of the road and jets and just all types of crazy shit we was having fun with. We had fun then, but
maybe I'm too old, but the issue I have with GTA Online and like Red Dead Online is I never can find out where the fucking good content is. And when I get on there, I feel like I'm doing the same shit of like, I remember I dipped back into Red Dead at one point, and I was like, this is the same ass shit that I played like a year ago. They don't have any new content since then? Like, where is this other content that they keep raving about? Like, how do I get there? How do I access it? We had a good, remember that one night we played Red Dead? It was Bibbs, and I think you were there. I was there. A couple other people were there. Maybe Mafia. I can't remember. We were all doing like we were against each other, like on two different teams.
Yeah.
And we did some like hog tying and shit like that. And we were, I don't know. It felt like that was a pretty good night, but that wasn't like that didn't feel like content that they're raving about or advertising. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's a big update coming out for Red Dead Online, the 13th, this coming week. But we can like do crimes and all this shit and not get in trouble and stuff, I guess. I don't know.
I always feel like if you're not in tune with those games, if you don't play them regularly, they're very difficult to get in and figure out what's going on.
I mean, my problem with Red Dead Online and GTA Online is you get in there, there's people in there just going out causing havoc and ruin it for other people. Just as soon as you get in, they shoot you or run you over or something. I say, fuck. Okay.
That's why you got to have service.
So you play with friends.
Yeah. All right, let's see. Well, I've been playing. When we last spoke, I was in the midst of the Mass Effect trilogy. That has been completed. Mass Effect 3 is in the books, so all 1, 2, and 3 are done. Very overall enjoyable experience. Certainly 3 I thought was better than 2 and 1, just because it was more modern. I was overall a little disappointed in the sex action, because that game, that's all you would hear about is you could romance this person, that. I finally got to a little bit of the nude with the chick now, the blue chick, what's her, Liara. I finally got her. They showed a little bit, but overall, I thought it was really enjoyable. I thought they stuck the landing good. The ending that I got was really enjoyable. Now remember, if you remember, Mass Effect 3 had the whole big issue of nobody liked the ending and they had to redo it.
Yes.
So I don't know what the ending was that people used to get that they were unhappy with, but I thought I felt pretty happy with what I got, and I know Fadios was on Twitter asking, "Oh, this is going to be your first of many playthroughs to see all the various outcomes." I don't know if I'm not that type of gamer. Maybe I just go to YouTube and see them, but. I thought it was interesting. I was wondering what was going on with that little boy the whole time. I thought they did a good job of holding that story back to the very end, and then you having to make the decision on what to do. I thought so. If this was the new ending, if this is the adjusted ending, I thought they corrected it nicely, because I felt very satisfied when I was done. And like I said, I don't know what got everybody else upset. I guess I'd have to go back and read those stories from many years ago, but I was happy.
That's good. I mean, after all these years, after everything going on with Mass Effect and that, for a first-time player coming in, you had no idea anything about the game, really, right?
I played a lot of Mass Effect 3 online, so I only knew the enemies and like Cerberus and shit like that from playing online, but I had no idea.
But story-wise, you had no idea. So you're pretty satisfied with the whole trilogy for the most part.
Yeah, for sure.
You feel satisfied? You get content out of it and everything?
Yeah. I was excited about that. I think when last time we spoke, that was like excited about that break, like when they force you on shore leave in that at the Citadel, and then all these people are coming at you to assassinate you and like take you out, and you get the spread, the nice apartment right in downtown. I was a little let down at the ending of that. Like, really, the person who's trying to kill me is a fucking Cerberus clone? Come on. Like I was expecting something a little bit more tangible, a little bit more believable, or sinister, maybe is the word I'm looking for. It just felt like comical. Like when I first saw it, and I don't know if that was, to me, that almost felt a little bit like baked in like DLC. Was that like the base game? Do you remember that? It felt it felt a little forced into the game. And I didn't know if that got added on later as like DLC, or if that was part of the main game all along. But that was my only like critique of it. I liked the setup of it. I liked that you were doing shit just on the Citadel. But then once I found out who was actually trying to take me out, I was like, that's a little weak. Chase says that was DLC and it was all fan service. Okay, see? Okay, there we go. My Jedi senses were tingling correctly. So that's all wrapped up like in a nice, neat little bow. So at some point I got to go back to Andromeda and finish that up. And then I moved on to Ratchet and Clank. And I've been absolutely loving that. I'm at the very end now. You know how these games have this, point where it says, hey, if you go forward, there's no return. You're at the point of no return. So I'm at that point of the game right now. But what a beautiful looking game! The mechanics and the environments are just as clever as that It Takes Two game, that we played earlier this year. Just the creativity on that, top notch. So been really enjoying. I mean, the weapons are fantastic. I don't know. I must have 10 or 15 weapons unlocked right now, and each one is like something new and creative, and adds to the game. I was a little surprised that the chick has much game time as Ratchet does. So, but it hasn't taken away from the experience. And as you're playing it, and I don't know if it's like a homage to like other games, but like at one point you're in this planet that looks like the Wasteland and Fallout, and some other planets maybe look like a little cyberpunky. One was even, I think, even reminded me a little bit of Borderlands. So I don't know if that was like, there's just touches of strains of it that I was like, I wonder if this is like, inspired by, or giving a little tip of the hat to as you go into all these different places. But that was kind of cool. But I am at the point now where like you were talking about with the 531 streets, roads. Like, do I go out and get all the collectibles now? Or do I just finish the game up? Because who knows? Maybe at the end they'll let me go back and get all the collectibles. But I'm at that, like I said, point of no return where I'm going around, going to all these planets, seeing if I can get some more shit before I put things in motion to end the game. And I've been playing it on my couch, which I haven't been doing lately because I got this nice new TV. And I was like, you know what? I'm tired of working here all day and then sitting down here to play games. So I finally went back to my couch back there, and it's been enjoyable. Feet up.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice, man. Good for you.
So I think once I wrap up Ratchet and Clank this week, I'm going to go to Biomutant. What?
Something you're talking about being on the couch and something I got. My laptop. I did cloud gaming on my laptop.
Yeah, how'd that work out?
Flawless.
On the Xbox?
Absolutely. Yep. Mm-hmm. Great, man. Tell you what, logged in. It was there. And the games I've been playing, been right there. Said, hey, jump on where you just left off and that. So I chose, all right, Horizon. Hooked my controller up to my laptop. Worked great. So, holy shit.
I'll have to try it out again. Awesome. Because the last time I tried it was lag city.
Mm-hmm. No, I didn't have any. No, it was great, man.
Okay. And you were playing.
Worked out really well.
And you were playing like single player games, or you were playing games that you needed to like precise shooting, or what?
Single player. So, it was Forza Horizon 4. Mm-hmm. I did that, and then with a little bit of Destiny, just going around the tower. I didn't have any issues with that, but that was it. I guess the real test would be doing a PvP, like in Destiny, or something like that. Yeah, to see if what goes on. So,
all right. Well, let's bounce over to the news. We got a few items we need to discuss here and make people aware of.
Really? Okay, do you hear what he just said? He just said, why don't you, for once in your life, just do the fucking news? All right, no. I'm going to do the fucking news. No, here is the fucking news.
All right, so we've been talking about a new Switch Pro. Lots of people have, and we didn't get a Switch Pro announcement.
I was going to say, this is not a Switch Pro.
This is the Nintendo Switch OLED. It's got a larger 7-inch 720p OLED display. As I said, previous rumors said that maybe the Switch would ship with a NVIDIA chip, but this new OLED model is mostly just a screen upgrade.
You're forgetting the LAN port it has now.
That's right. Very important.
Yeah, LAN port.
It's only going to support 1080p via TV mode. It will cost $350 starting on October 8th. Other than the new screen, this revised model includes an adjustable stand for tabletop play, 64 gigabytes built-in storage up from 32, a new dock with a wired Ethernet port built in, and improved audio for handheld or tabletop play. Okay, so you are getting double the built-in storage, improved audio, and the LAN port, Matt, plus OLED. Now, what is a Switch called?
But the OLED's only if you're playing handheld mode.
That's correct.
I mean, that doesn't do anything. If you're in dock mode, you don't really need it.
Right. There are no major internal changes to the CPU or memory. Does not have a new CPU or more RAM from previous models. Now, I want to say that if you were buying a Switch today, not the Lite, but just a regular Switch, that it's $299. So this is an extra $50 for the larger screen OLED and more and twice as much memory. That seems like fair to me, price-wise. You're going to double the memory. I know we're not talking huge numbers here. Like we're not going like 1 gigabyte. I mean, excuse me, 1 terabyte to 2 terabytes. We're talking going 32 gigabytes to 64.
Memory aside, if you're going to use this thing mostly in docked mode, there's no reason to pay the extra money.
No, it certainly is not. I don't think built for those. They must have the statistics, right, to tell who.
Oh, sure.
They must be able to tell every time someone's playing in one versus the other, right?
Yes. Oh, absolutely. I mean, Nintendo is much smarter than you and me, so they know what they're doing. But a lot of this doesn't make sense as far as if you're going to play handheld mode all the time. Sure, this is a great upgrade. It's going to be Vita was OLED.
Yeah.
Beautiful screen.
Oh, this makes sense for Nintendo. I mean, right? It's been 2 years now since the Lite came out. And this is what they do with the DS, right? This, for all intents and purposes, this really didn't replace the Wii and Wii U. This replaced the DS, right? And there was all sorts of various versions of the Game Boy and the DS. And now we're at, they came out with the Switch. Then they came out with the Switch Lite. It's been 2 years, and now they're giving you the OLED. So I still think there is chance, maybe just a slim chance, that we could get a Pro at some point. Now, maybe not with all the bells and whistles people are predicting out there, but I think there is chance in 2022 or 2023 for them to come out with the Pro. Now, if I was a betting man, I would think that they would come out with the Pro in the new Zelda. Right, so this thing is coming out October. The new Zelda is due sometime in 2022. They bundle those two together like they did the first time around. But
yeah.
So for me right now, this is a no buy.
Yeah, me too.
No buy.
I think for a lot. I mean, to be honest, I think for a lot of people, it's probably no buy. Mm-hmm. Unless if you don't have one, then okay, sure, go out and get it. But I don't see what they're doing here.
Moving on, Ubisoft is working on a working title called Assassin's Creed Infinity. According to Bloomberg, the new project will be worked on by a new cross-studio collaborative structure made up of the Montreal and Quebec teams. Rather than continuing to pass the baton from game to game, the statement reads, "We profoundly believe this is an opportunity for one of Ubisoft's most beloved franchises to evolve in a more integrated and collaborative manner that's less centered on studios and more focused on talent and leadership, no matter where they are within the Ubisoft structure." So they're saying, if we go back to what Joffrey was saying about, Grand Theft Online, that this could be along those lines, include an online platform that include multiple historical settings, evolve over time like those games have, and take an approach from Fortnite and Grand Theft Auto. Now, there could be multiple different games in this world that you could maybe so you subscribe to Infinity, and then you subscribe and you can bounce over to whatever the latest Assassin's Creed game that just came out, Valhalla. Maybe is there like a working hub that has places that you can go off and launch the other games, and they're all interconnected?
That'd be interesting.
So Bloomberg goes on to say that the Infinity is designed to run for years and will include a number of settings rather than the single historical locations the series is known for. The platform would seemingly encompass multiple different Assassin's Creed games, which might look and feel different, but they will be all connected.
It's going to be something very dynamic. Maybe, seasonal changes and stuff like that into the game, or keep it, like anything else, keeping it fresh type of thing.
That's a franchise that I need to get into more, like Mass Effect, right? I need to dive into some of these so I can speak a little bit more clearly on Assassin's Creed. I own them, but I've only dabbled here and there. I really haven't finished them all. And they're my type of games, those open world where you can go out and do missions. Maybe there's too much shit to do in those games where sometimes it feels a little daunting.
I've played a couple of them, okay? The problem I have with Assassin's Creed community game is it gets repetitive. You go, same thing. All right, go in and assassinate someone.
Far Cry's like that too.
Far Cry. Oh, definitely Far Cry's like that.
Yeah, how many towers are climbing here?
Exactly. Clear out the area. But Assassin's Creed does. The last one I played was not Valhalla. The one where it was Roman times.
Odyssey. Yeah. Beautiful. God, beautiful looking game. Huge open world game. Yeah.
It was kind of overwhelming. Everything that, to do in that.
As we're going to talk about the state of play for Sony had, but the more and more I'm seeing both of these consoles release games where these online things, roguelikes, multiplayer games, I just feel like they're not hitting the mark for me. And I'm like, someday with this, they're just going to be putting out games that don't interest me, and I'm going to have all this fucking free time in the world to go back and play the Assassin's Creed games, the open world. I can do a couple missions here and there and feel like I've made progress, log off for the night, come back, knock out a few more. Like, that feels like my sweet spot of gaming right now, rather than all these online events and, PvP, PvE type shit,
Yep, I hear you. Yep.
I'm waiting for Matt to roll his eyes here because this is a CD Projekt Red news story. CD Projekt Red has announced that they are releasing a free next-gen update for The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt later this year. They announced this at WitcherCon, which was an event with Netflix. CDPR, CD Projekt Red, will release free DLC as well, inspired by Netflix live-action adaptation of the books. They have not mentioned what the downloadable content will look like. The developer didn't say, but Key Art, the studio shared, mentions extra items. So the official Twitter handle said The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt Next Gen Update is coming to PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC this year. Here's a sneak peek of the updated cover art. Spoiler alert, we are also prepared some free DLC inspired by the Netflix series. So if you look at the key art, it says the Wild Hunt, Witcher Wild Hunt Complete Edition, extra items inspired by the Netflix series. So how much DLC this could be? Like, I never heard of DLC referred to as extra items. So is this just like little accessories or what? We don't know. But they're also working on the next gen update for Cyberpunk as well.
Sure they are.
And if for those who are really invested into the Witcher world, the fans can also look forward to watching Nightmare of the Wolf, which will be an animated prequel film centered on Geralt's mentor, Vesemir. Now, I was watching the new trailer. Have you seen the new trailer for the Witcher Netflix series?
No, I have not. No, I have not seen that one.
So I was watching it, and Siri mentions Keir Morn, which is where the Witchers, that's their house, their castle, whatever. And she gave it a totally different pronunciation. So I don't know who fucked that up. Like, did CD Projekt Red screw it up from the books, or the people adapting it for Netflix script? She called it something really completely different. I don't know if anybody caught that in the trailer, but I found it interesting. I still need to go back and finish one of the Witcher DLCs. Maybe I'll just play the whole fucking game again. What a great game. Excellent fucking
game. Still gotta finish the fucking game.
So with this, Sony had their state of play earlier this week. nothing I'm too excited about, if I'm being honest here. If Eric was here, of course, we are a subsidiary of Glovebox Gaming.
Glovebox Gaming.
Moss Booker 2 was announced for the PSVR. I'm sure he would be excited about that, as he likes the VR and he liked the original Moss game. But this next one here, Arcadegeddon, that was announced. It looks like a combination of like Fortnite, Apex, and Fall Guys, with the color. And it's, another Battle Royale game. Okay? Not really, kind of over that at this point. They announced some other Tribes of Midgard, which looks like it could hold people over until Diablo comes out. That game Fist looked like a modern version of like Russian. Remember Russian Attack back in the day? Did you ever play Russian Attack on the Nintendo?
Gosh,
on the original Nintendo,
man.
Like the side scroller type game.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was some other battle royales announced. Hunter's Arena did nothing for me. I don't know. There was nothing sizable I could like sink my teeth into. Everybody's been raving about this Jet game. I looked at Jet, The Far Shore. I don't know. Sci-fi adventure. Kind of looked like a poor man's No Man's Sky to me.
Yeah.
The only thing that looked mildly interesting, I thought, was Lost Judgment. And, I haven't got into the Yakuza games at all. This is a spin-off of the Yakuza series. It looked okay. Looked, competent action type game that, I could be interested in. But the only other thing was the Death Stranding Director's Cut. And that's coming out September 24th. And, Sony's not doing themselves too many favors here. What do you think, Matt, about these upgrade fees? We got one console that will not charge you for their first-party games to upgrade. There's certainly games on the Xbox that are not first-party that would charge you because they leave it up to the publisher. But these are first-party games. Death Stranding, if you have it on PS4 and you want to play it on PS5, you have to pay $10 to upgrade.
And
it's got more content. It's not just a carbon copy. It looks better. It's got more content as well.
Yeah, one hand, $10. Okay, $10. On the other hand, it's like, all right, I already got the game, and I bought your new PlayStation 5, and you're going to punch me to play the game again on your new system that I paid you for. So, I could see that also.
So, Death Stranding, the Director's Cut, $10 more if you already have it on PS5. If you already have it on PS4 and you want to play it on the PS5, you have to pay $10. Cross-save will be supported, so if you've been, hacking away out a little bit on the PS4 and you say, fuck it, I want to play it on my PS5 now, $10 and your save will carry over.
$10, I mean, if you're saving everything carries over, I mean, that's... I probably do it.
Bigger fish to fry, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, the other thing, Deathloop, I still don't know what this game is about. They say it's not a roguelike, but I keep seeing you die and you start over, so I'm not really sure what's going on. I've watched this 9-minute gameplay. It looks interesting. Does it look interesting at that price point? Do I wait until it comes to Game Pass next September 2022 rather than pay for it here? I don't know. Maybe I got to read some more of the reviews when it hits. But that's the Bethesda game that they're keeping the exclusivity deal with Sony for a year. So September 2022, it will be on the Xbox. And Matt, the last news item, another one similar to Death Stranding, Ghost of Tsushima, the Director's Cut. I'll be all over this. Coming to the PS5. This is not $10. This is $20 if you want to upgrade. Now, it seems to me that this is $20 it's a little bit more meat on the bone. There is some full-fledged DLC. Iki Island is included on this. This is the neighboring island. It was also invaded at the same time. So you'll be traveling to this island as there's a rumor of Mongol presence. So you'll be going there and dealing with that. So anytime I can get into more Ghost of Tsushima, which was absolutely stunning on the PS4. It looked great on the PS5, the PS4 version did. But to see this come to the PS5 with ray tracing, the 3D audio, they're also going to have the haptic feedback and the adaptive triggers in the director's cut. It's going to have all the bells and whistles. Like if I go back to what I was, playing Ratchet and Clank, it just feels like a premium experience when you're playing that game and you're shooting all their stupid weapons and each one feels different. To get in there to see what Sucker Punch can do with Ghost of Tsushima with that controller, if it's really as good as it could be, I might play the whole damn thing over again because that is a fantastic game.
I can see. This game looked incredible the first time around, so I can imagine paying the $20 or whatever for the upgrade for the PS5 and get all the extra, next gen features with this game. Yeah. It's going to even look more incredible. I believe it's going to be. Lucky you guys.
And your save comes over just like Death Stranding.
Yeah. So. I know Goth is looking forward to this coming out. He said he's going to do another playthrough when it comes through.
Yeah. So they're saying, we're happy to confirm that Ghost of Tsushima Legends and the new Iki Island expansion will all take advantage of haptic feedback, adaptive triggers in the director's cut. There will also be enhancements to 3D audio on PS5 as well as drastically improved load times, 4K resolution options, and frame rates targeting 60 frames per second. Saw the news nice. I had this week, Matt. I have a terrible topic. We won't play the intro, the music, because it's not that terrible. It's not like Florida, New Jersey, Arizona terrible. But this is Xbox related terrible topic.
Okay.
A new report details how Microsoft has been the victim of a digital heist orchestrated by a former employee at the company. This employee would go on to steal millions in the form of gift cards used to redeem items sold at the Microsoft store. So Bloomberg reported this, that Volodymyr Vashik, a former software engineer Microsoft hired in 2016, was testing the company's e-commerce infrastructure. Part of Vashik's duties included him making purchases using fake accounts to see if there were bugs and glitches in the company's online payment system. During his employment, he discovered a glitch that generated a redeemable 25-digit code every time he performed a fake transaction for a Microsoft gift card. This allowed him to generate an endless amount of codes that he could use on Microsoft's digital storefront to purchase various digital items such as games. He failed to report this to his manager or any higher-ups and decided to use the exploit to sell newly generated codes to a third-party website at a discounted rate with savings up to 55% off. Additionally, he used test email accounts that were associated with his colleagues. They go on to say, as he was transferring the money he made into his bank account, he would also use a Bitcoin mixing service. Now, in the fintech space, Matt, we would call this the layering. Right? This is where you're layering your funds, and to try and conceal the origins of how he obtained the funds. Within 7 months, Vashik transferred roughly $2.8 million in Bitcoin into his bank and investment accounts. He filed fake tax forms claiming the Bitcoin he received was a gift from a relative. Now, eventually, Microsoft figured out what Vashik was up to, and they fired him in June of 2018. In February 2020, he was convicted on 18 federal felonies, faces deportation back to the Ukraine, will have to pay $8.3 million in damages, and is currently in prison, slated to be released in March of 2027.
Wow. I know when I first saw this article come out and that, the amount of money and numbers that came to it, I was like, holy shit.
I mean, how many people probably bought these, like, those codes off of all those other sites? Where do you think they were getting them from? From this fucking guy.
Yeah, exactly. Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Absolutely amazing.
I saw some green teamers on Twitter disgusted by this. I hope he rots in prison. I hope they slam the door on him. I hope he rots in prison.
Oh, Jesus Christ. You gotta give the guy credit. I mean, he kind of saw an opportunity there, but
he went a little hog wild with it.
Yeah, exactly. He went a little too far. Went too far. Got caught. Yeah.
Well, that's all I had this week, Matt. Eric has been missed. Hopefully he'll be back next week to let us know how his trip to Vegas and California was. Going back to Cali.
He's on the Oregon Trail coming back. So,
yep. Like I said, it's not a bird, it's not a plane. It's GBG Jet Airline up in the sky.
Going through space, probably.
He's got the Mile High Club up there.
He might be. Who knows? Either with himself or with Jana.
I do it constantly, bro.
Constantly, bro.
Even
when the moon hits.
Even in the air, glove box can't be stopped.
That lack of oxygen ain't going to stop him.
All right, Matthew. I know you got to get to bed.
I do.
6:15 comes early. Did you give out your shout-outs, plugs, comments, complaints?
Thanks, everyone in chat tonight. Shafi, Los, Chase, Bibbs was in here. A few other guys were in here. I'm sorry if I forgot anybody.
Good for gaming?
Good for gaming, yeah. Thanks, guys, for showing up. It's fun having this interactions with everybody.
There was I'm going to fire the moderator. I just noticed that there was some spam in there that Matt did not ban.
Where?
Right after, in between Good for Gaming and Elusive Man, some guy is trying to want to become famous by followers, primes and viewers on such and such, bigfollowers.com.
Yeah, I see that now.
You're fucking sleeping at the wheel. What the fuck?
I was busy talking or something at that time. I thought it was legit. I clicked on the link. Thanks, everybody, for showing up and interacting with the show. It's always a pleasure. Game night, probably this coming Wednesday. So that'd be cool. I'm going to try and find myself a bottle of fucking Dragon's Milk. Okay.
You're going to you're proving a point?
I am proving a point. Dragon's Milk's going to be my fucking bitch when I drink it. Trust me.
Is there any prep work that has to go into this, or just fucking going right at it?
I'm just going right at it. I can't do any other drink. What do you mean prep work? No, prep work. Going to open it up, going to pour it in a glass, and
there's no water through the day or anything like that.
Well, I mean, I drink water during the day. Yeah, I mean, that's just a normal thing. But I mean, it would be my normal day drinking water and stuff like that. But I'm not going to do any preparations as far as. No, I'm going to go and find me a bottle of that. I'm going to drink it.
Make sure you get
Wednesday night.
Make sure you get the helmet on and videotape it. You got any of that Dragon's Milk in here? Make sure you get you're dressed up like someone like from Game of Thrones with your motorcycle helmet on. With that Dragon Queen.
I gotta find me some old clothes or something to put on. Wear in there, like a big giant duster or something to put on.
Oh boy! Well, shout out to everybody in chat. Thanks so much. And where's Ivan? Has anybody heard from Ian Hale? He's just getting late.
Yeah.
So much on a Sunday night. He's just not around anymore.
Yeah, so much action, dude.
Yeah. Who can blame him? Really, when it comes down to it, who can blame him? Well, hope everything is okay with I. And like I said, thanks everybody in chat hanging out. Interested in merch? You can always go to bit.ly/BFF merch, which reminds me I need to do some pricing this week for Chase and Bibbs for their trucker hats. And this lovely little podcast, the video version, is always on YouTube shortly after the stream. So go to youtube.com/C/Bad Fodder Figures. You'll find us there. Or you can go to bit.ly, BFFS_YouTube. Find all our past shows. Like and subscribe, please. Okay, enough of that. We will talk to you all next Sunday. And maybe we will have Eric back. No promises.
Hey, everybody, we're all gonna get late.